Hello students, today we're going to learn about one of the largest airlines in Europe, Lufthansa. Let's know more about this company. Deutsche Lufthansa AG, commonly known as Lufthansa, is the flag carrier of Germany and also the largest airline in Europe, both in terms of overall passengers carried and fleet size when combined with its subsidiaries. It operates services to 18 domestic destinations and 197 international destinations in 78 countries across Africa, the Americas, Asia and Europe, using a fleet of more than 280 aircraft. Besides the actual airline named Lufthansa, Deutsche Lufthansa AG is also the parent company for several other airlines and further aviation-related branches, including Swiss International Airlines, Austrian Airlines, Germanwings and Lufthansa Technik. With over 620 aircraft, it has one of the largest passenger airline fleets in the world when combined with subsidiaries. The Deutsche Lufthansa AG traces its history to the 1920s when it pioneered the aviation industry in Germany. Based in Cologne, Germany, the company has humble beginnings as it first began delivering airmail across Europe. Over the next 30 years, the company made great strides in improving the reliability and the timeliness of commercial flights by developing navigation techniques and incorporating technological breakthroughs in airplane technology to increase the range of each flight. In the 1960s, the jet engine-powered airplane revolutionized air transport. The breakthrough allowed Lufthansa to achieve a long-distance flights with more passengers than ever before. The resulting decrease in airline rates allowed for an expansion of service around the globe, and the company grew rapidly. By the end of the decade, the company offered flights to New York, Tokyo and Johannesburg, as well as many other international locations that were previously unimaginable. The 1970s ushered in the era of commercialized air transport as the world knows it today. The first jumbo jets were introduced, which allowed for cabins wide enough for two aisles and dispelled the old notion of confined air travel. However, the first major global challenges arose when two separate oil crises, 1973 and 1979, sent fuel prices skyrocketing and made profitability more difficult. In 1997, Lufthansa became fully privatized and was a founding member of the Airline Alliance, which included Air Canada, Scandinavian Airlines, Thai Airways and United Airways. The alliance, being the first of its kind, brought cooperation to the industry among the largest airlines, whilst allowing the members to take advantage of shared resources and a general marketing strategy for the industry. The company would continue to grow to become Europe's leading carrier and set the tone for innovation and advancement in a continually competitive industry. In recent years, Lufthansa has encountered numerous struggles as the airline industry as a whole suffered several setbacks. The slowing economy and rising fuel prices led to a restructuring in recent years. Lufthansa has encountered numerous struggles as the airline industry as a whole suffered several setbacks. The slowing economy and rising fuel prices led to a restructuring of the company in order to stay profitable. After incurring serious losses in 2012, the company cut about 20% of its workforce and rearranged its flight hub network. Additionally, Lufthansa moved its short-haul operations outside its main Frankfurt and Munich hubs with its low-cost unit Germanwings. The Lufthansa compliance program is made up of the following elements: competition, capital, markets, integrity, embargo and corporate compliance. An ombudsman system gives staff the opportunity to report any suspicion of criminal activity or breaches of the compliance regulations. The Central Compliance Office, which reports to the Chief Officer, Corporate Human Resources and Legal Affairs, and the compliance officers, respectively, the compliance managers in group companies, ensures that the Lufthansa compliance program is enforced throughout the group by means of regular internet-based training courses and information published on the intranet. The audit committee of the supervisory board is informed regularly by means of compliance reports. The Lufthansa Group has itself 4 key strategic goals towards which it orientates its conduct and its business performance. These goals are to increase company value, to expand the leading market position of our airlines and service companies by actively shaping the aviation industry, to continually improve customer satisfaction, and to run an economically, ecological and socially sustainable business. Lufthansa Group operates on a global scale, being the largest European airline in terms of revenue, scheduled passengers, fleet size and destinations, operating both in the passenger and the cargo business. This scale makes the airline subject to a number of different markets, economies and cultures. Demographic. As passenger carriage is a central and ubiquitous service in many parts of the world, one could assume that it is accessible to an almost unlimited client base. However, ticket prices are still only affordable for broader target groups in developed countries. In other regions, flying remains an option only for the wealthy. Economic. One of the most provoking challenges for present-day airlines is their dependency on fuel prices. They are the main driver for the need for a state-of-the-art fleet and can lead to oscillation in ticket prices. Other than that, the market entry of low-cost carriers has increased price erosion. These two contra-directional market forces and additionally generous pay for staff with older contracts leaves only little margins for traditional airlines like Lufthansa. Technological. Operating and maintaining a fleet of modern aircrafts requires a high degree of technological proficiency. The airliners themselves, as well as technologies, techniques and processes in the operation and maintenance are all subject to constant innovation. Not only is operating and flying the newest material possible paramount in order to retain a reputation as a top-tier carrier, it is also imperative in order to keep fuel costs as low as possible. Socio-demographic. In the past few years, Lufthansa has made headlines for labour actions with both the aerial and the ground personnel involved. These resulted mainly from trying to switch staff to adjusted contracts with, for example, reduced pay. On the customer side, flying gains more and more acceptance as a means of transport even for shorter distances, especially since the alternatives train car are increasingly less convenient and more expensive. The Lufthansa Group follows the principles of entrepreneurial practice, which is firmly anchored in the company's values and management principles, including its mission statement. In their corporate strategy, they have set themselves the goal to increase the company value, to expand and strengthen their leading market position by taking an active part in shaping the evolution of the aviation industry, to improve the customer satisfaction and to apply sustainable business principles in both the economic and ecological sense. To depict corporate responsibility in all its dimensions and to make it understandable for stakeholders, the group has developed a model comprising 5 dimensions or subject areas: economic sustainability, social responsibility, climate and environmental responsibility, corporate governance, and compliance and corporate citizenship. The Lufthansa Group will be realigning its IT activities and thus laying the foundations for the future. One key aspect is the set of organizational changes to what is now Lufthansa Systems AG. Strong IT expertise with specialist know-how in the aviation sector is an essential competitive factor for the Lufthansa Group, says Simone Menn, member of the Executive Board and CFO at Deutsche Lufthansa AG and chairperson of the Supervisory Board of Lufthansa Systems AG. The plan is therefore to split Lufthansa Systems into 3 separate companies. This will involve transitioning the infrastructure division into a partnership with an international IT service provider as part of the group IT outsourcing process. An invitation to tender will be announced shortly and the bids received will be evaluated accordingly. The Lufthansa Group will then contract out its infrastructure services to the new partner as part of a long-term agreement to create growth opportunities for the business and the new prospects for the employees. It is planned to finalize the project by the end of 2014. So students, we got to know about the various aspects of Lufthansa. We went through the company's history to its present market scenario. Hope the information about the company was useful and have a good day ahead.